Good morning. Good morning. It's ArchieLuxury. And fuck me dead. It's early. These time zones, I've only just woken up. Fuckaroonies. Fuckaroonies. I've just rolled out of bed and I'm doing a live stream. It's 7:38 a.m. in Kuala fucking Lumpur. And we just take a bit of a squeezy out the window there. What's it looking like in Malaysia? There's KL Tower. That's KL Tower. That's a bit of a landmark in Kuala fucking Lumpur. It's all quiet. Malaysia, I mean, like most Asian cities, it's a fucking people fucking go to bed late because it's so fucking miserable and hot in the day. So fuckaroonies, I'm waking up early to do these live shows because I need the fucking moolah. I'm broke. Mrs. Wan is a stingy bitch. Stingy bitch. I'm just going to give myself some instant go. Come on, fuckaroonies. Fuckers. Lousy fuckaroonies here. Fuckers. What can I say? What can I say indeed there? It's yeah. It's very, very. Hello, the fucker horn. How are you? Whew. Everything's good there, Mrs. Wan. Wan, it's a stingy bitch. I gotta be honest with you. I'll be glad when this gig's over. I had enough. She's very much a value punter. So from one value punter to the next, yeah, it gets a bit boring when they insist on full service every time. You know, just sometimes it's nice just to have a quickie, you know, it's just nice, but nah, they want the full laid out porn star routine. Just gets boring, absolutely boring. So I gotta be honest with you. Look, the hotel is nice, but fuck. They're just pushing it a bit hard for me there. You know, I want to fucking do my live show and have a bit of fun. I do this for fun. It's not my full-time gig. I'm a professional entertainer. So that's just how it fucking goes there. Interestingly enough, just got an email in here. This guy lives in America. He's looking at the Speedmaster 57 Trilogy. It retails for $7,250 US. He can get it for $5,900. What's my view there? I said, sure, I can help you. Omega is soft. Do not buy new modern Omega. It's fucking soft. Buy Rolex, not Omega. Great watch, but too new. Wait for the price to come down. That's what I reckon. Wait for price to come down. Fuckers, down. Do not buy. Video coming. Regards, ArchieLuxury. Sent. Boom, done. That's one angry. Well, he wasn't too angry. He just wanted an answer there. Oh, thank God. Aunt G, what Patek can I get for a Sea Dweller 50th and coat? I got too many Rolexes. Should I get a Patek? Look, I gotta tell you, fuckaroonies, it depends what you want. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? I got a friend of mine, super collector. He's now got 8 8 Daytonas, and he doesn't want to go near AP or Patek Philippe. That's fine. That's what he wants to do. But you're asking me, I think it depends what makes you happy. They're two different genres. That's Rolex is like having an SUV Mercedes and saying, hey, I got, well, it's actually, probably Mercedes isn't the best SUV, well, maybe a G-Wagon. It's like having a G-Wagon and saying, hey, I got to get myself a limousine. They're two different genres, I think if you have got a Sea Dweller, and what else did he have there? He had something else. He had a Sea Dweller and a Coke. See, I would normally say get an Nautilus, get a 5711, but they're so fucking dear. You're not going to get one of those. I personally think, I like Patek for making the dress watches. That's what I like. I enjoy them. But buy what you like. Hello, Jin. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
It's fucking early. Mrs. Wan is being a bitch. Okay. Very stingy Malaysian bitch. Demands a lot. And I'm up. This is early time. Everyone's asleep. I just have to get up to beg for change.
Well, how is that different from getting up to go to work?
Okay, fair call. We're a late city. Everything wakes up later. So it's the time zones really affecting me, Yeah. So anyhow, what's new with you? You're looking fresh and revitalized. Have you been in a day spa?
No. I just work from home today and had a haircut.
It looks great. You got a nice house. You've got, it's very different. You don't have a vacuum in the room. You don't have shit in the room. It's all nice, neat, and clean. You haven't got.
Yes, that's what happens when you get housekeeping. Maybe
Gotcha.
I should use the super chat money to get housekeeping once a week. Actually.
Oh, is he getting much in?
Maybe let's not talk about other channels.
Yeah. I got a great video I did yesterday. It's a promo video for the ArchieLuxury channel.
Which one?
I haven't put it up yet. This is just a promo video. You'll love it.
I'm sure I will. The theme song is the intro clip. I love it. I can't even stop. That's the highlight of the video. Not that the other part of the video is bad, although I have to say sometimes you don't put in your best effort.
Did you like the Cronus Towers videos? That's a lot of effort went into that.
Yes, you took the pictures of the window cleaners even.
Yeah, what did you think of that? I was pretty lucky to get that.
Yeah, I saw some window cleaners in my office building. They were going down. What are you drinking, by the way?
Oh, I am drinking Nest Cafe.
Well, I guess it's almost 8 o'clock. You're probably ready for a wine or some scotch.
Fuck. Yeah. So tell me this. I just want to run a thing by you. I just had a guy email me, and he said, "Hi Archie, this guy lives in Atlanta. Advice on a purchase. I'm looking at an Amiga Speedmaster 57 Trilogy, 38 mil.
Okay.
He said it retails for $7,250.
Yeah.
He's checked online. They go for 7,000 to 8,000 plus, which is more than retail.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's got a local dealer who'll sell him a brand new one for 5,900.
That sounds very cheap to me.
And I said to him, I wouldn't be buying Omega at the moment. If you got 5,900, I think you're better off to put it into Rolex.
What would you buy? Like Explorer 1,
Oh,
Explorer 2?
anything's going to be better than buying. I think those Omegas. Please correct me if you think the market is different, because I'm.
Well, some Omegas are very. I mean, some of the limited editions are actually collectible, right? Like the Snoopies.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that they're gonna come back to Earth, but they actually just keep going up and up. They're at like 20, like almost 20,000 now, I think, and they've dragged the older Snoopies from like 10 years ago up with them. So
Yeah.
I guess 15 years ago. So I don't think that all Omega's bad. The trilogy is really, they're pretty cool.
But they're kind of, I'm just scared it's a bit of a fad. Just scared.
But think about it. You get it at 5,900. If the used ones are like, what, between 7 and 8 now, you can wear one around for a bit. And if you don't like it, you can still sell it, right? You're
Are they easy to sell? They're not easy to sell like a Rolex, but are they?
I think if you're under the market by about $500, you should have no problem. I mean, Omegas are pretty easy to. There are a lot of Omega collectors out there, and it's not like you're trying to sell a $20,000 Omega. It's a $5,000 Omega, right? I think it's fine.
Okay, so I'll just tell them buy if you like, but I think Rolex is safer.
Yes, that's. I think that's fair advice.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. I've got another friend of mine. This is, my friend who's got 6 Daytonas.
Yeah.
He's now got 7.
Now he has 7 Daytonas.
Yeah, it's just getting out of hand there. He's got a few double ups.
The second steel one.
Yeah.
But that was just an investment piece.
Well, who knows? But he's awesome. Look, he's actually. I think this is starting to upset me. You got to look at the nitty gritty of why do you collect? What do you like? He's selling his Breguet. He's selling his Monaco. He's got a Monaco as well, like mine. And I kind of said to him, I thought you loved those watches. And he said, I do. But Rolex is where the investment dollar goes.
Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, something like 80%.
Tell me this, Tan. You're a very cool, hip guy. Do you think the Rolex bubble could ever burst?
I think Rolex will always be collectible. So I'm not really sure.
Years ago, the shoe was on Panerai foot, wasn't it? And they seem to have fucked it up.
Yeah, but Panerai was popular among the general public.
Yeah.
They were considered, they were very fashionable. I think the Rolex's popularity is not about fashion. It's about, they have achieved a certain status up to this point where they are the collectible watch. If you look at like auctions and stuff, Rolex makes up about 75% of the volume of those watch auctions. I mean, that's how you can tell like things are collectible or not. And so I don't really think that there's a bubble per se. I just think that the amount of money going into the hobby is getting bigger, is increasing, and there may be somewhat of a bubble for some models like you could argue like, okay, is the Pepsi a bubble? Is that going to come down? Because the bubble backs, they tanked after a while because they got too hot. There could be some models or some areas within Rolex that are a little bit overheated, and in some other areas which are maybe undervalued.
But something like Datejust will never really come back in, will it?
Well, Datejust were never collectible, right? That's their best-selling watch. I mean, it's not really.
We got a $1.99 super chat from Car Fun. Rolex, Pepsi, 16,750. Pepsi, faded red bezel, a buy at 8,000. I think he's there's probably no box or papers. $8,000. Strangely enough, they prefer those tropical bezels than minty new ones. You know this, don't you? They love the aged bezels.
Yes, they do.
I think it's probably okay buying as long as you can be sure it's not molested.
I mean, any transitional reference is pretty collectible. I don't think that that's going to drop because those have been out of production for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah. You know the 750, don't you? The 16750, don't you?
Yeah, that's the GMT Master 1, except the transitional reference.
They also had the 16760. Was it a 16760? Yes, the fat lady.
Yes. Coke. Yeah. That's actually not bad value right now. I think the fat lady. I think that's.
It was followed by the Jenny Craig.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, these fucking. Did I tell you a horror? Do you want to hear a horror story?
Sure.
I had a friend of mine. He went and bought a Coke and a Pepsi. He's got a large collection. Okay.
Yeah.
And super chat me, and I will drink a wine. Super chat $20, and I will have a glass of wine now. He actually went and bought a Coke and a Pepsi.
Yeah.
And then he gave one to his friend to smuggle in, and another friend. Guess what? He misplaced the papers to one of them. So he paid a massive premium to get papers.
Yeah.
And then he lost them.
How do you lose papers?
That's exactly what I said to him. How do you fucking lose papers?
How do you lose papers? I mean, you put them in the box, and then you put the box somewhere safe. And unless you lose the box, how do you lose? And why would you ever separate them?
Well, that's exactly what I said to him. Well, he reckons because the country he's going to is a real cunt of a country. He had one his friend was wearing, and he thought he gave the papers to one of them, but he didn't. They're lost. They're lost.
Why would he need to give the papers to someone unless he's trying to? I mean, if he's trying to bring it in without
Very good job, Suckerhorn. Keep that sort of riffraff off the channel. Suckerhorn, keep that riffraff off the channel. Suckerhorn's doing a great job there.
I mean, if he's trying to do it for to avoid taxes or something, I can't really say I have too much sympathy. I mean, taxes and enforcement. I mean, it can be really shitty. I mean, it's pretty shitty in Canada, but I still declare everything and I still pay what I need to pay because, I mean, otherwise you have what's coming to you, right?
Are you a communist? Excuse me. Are you a communist, Jin?
No, that's Clive you're thinking of.
You're a communist?
No, sorry, we're not going to talk about other channels.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably watching.
KN New York upstate. Googled hot Asians, $2 super chat, might be wrong website. Okay, Car Fun, thoughts on a Mecca Quartz JLC two-tone Kairos at $525.
Quartz?
Yeah, Mecca Quartz. You know what that is? That's where it's the chronograph is actually mechanical, but the watch itself is quartz, but the actual chronograph function is a mechanical. It's a combo. It's a combo meal deal. Okay. Cartier did a lot of that shit. Okay.
Sounds kind of horrific to me. Although,
no. Cartier has done that a lot.
Do you think there's anything
quartz? Just stay the fuck away from. It's an ugly fucking watch, to be honest with you. I'm just calling it up now. Jaeger-LeCoultre Kairos chronograph. It's just an ugly fucking thing. It's just ugly. You know, ugly. I'll show you. There is ugly, and then there is JLC ugly. Okay.
I mean, some of the JLCs are fucking. they're pretty horrific.
Okay,
but I do have
to.
Wow.
Is that ugly?
That is pretty bad. I think that's worse than Neptune. That's a lot worse than Neptune. That's almost ugly. Look at that. Almost technically your SEL ugly. Almost. But
I mean, it is a Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Archie, remember those Tag Heuer SELs? They were like the most popular watch in the 90s. Fucking nasty, like pieces of shit, especially like the two-tone ones, the gold plating.
Yes, you're right.
$5 super chat from John Galt. Jin, what group would Archie most likely associate with in prison? Brisbane Bogans, Queensland Queens, or MS 13 kilos overweight? Well, unfortunately, I think Archie is more like 13 stone overweight, so I would say Brisbane Bogans.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got to tell you, the big problem with Omega I have is that I can't see why they can't bring out a very special limited edition with a fucking 321 movement.
I mean, come on, Arch.
What?
You know why they would? I mean, and anyway, even if they did bring out a re-edition with 321, there's been more 861s in space than there have been 321s. That's just true.
Yeah.
So to say that the 321, it has to be the 321. I mean, I understand 321 is a beautiful movement. It has a column wheel, but you know, I think there's nothing wrong with 861 or 1861. It's a solid movement. They seem
to have brought out every other fucking limited edition known to man. Why couldn't they do this? They've seemed to have brought out every other fucking limited edition known to man.
They could, but does that really? Does that really excite the average person, the average Omega customer? No, I mean they sell 1 million watches a year, and 990,000 of them are not to watch collectors. So,
where is your friend Tan gone? Tell me this. Where's Tan? What's he up to today?
I don't know. It's a pretty big country. I don't know. I don't know. I can't keep track of his every action.
No. So tell me this, Tan, Jin. I really am having trouble with my friend. He's telling me he's getting out of non-Rolex pieces to put money into Rolex pieces, and then he's doubling up. I mean, I kind of think is it an
okay?
What to think.
Neil and Bob, $5. By the way, Archie, are you going to meet Neil and Bob, or
who's Neil and Bob?
Neil and Bob in prison?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Stay tuned for the new watch channel starring Tanzil and Ving, Karachi Luxury. And car fun, $1.99, visiting singers, but is Malaysia worth a day trip? Well, I mean, you would be thinking about, you'd be talking about JB then, Johor Bahru, if you're going to go on a day trip, because you can't really go to, unless you're going to fly on a day trip, which is kind of crazy.
Look, KL is, I got to be honest with you, KL is a great place to bring.
But if you're going to go on a day trip, have you ever been down to JB?
What's JB? Sorry.
Johor Bahru, across the river from Singapore. Across the, yeah.
Oh, yes. No, I've never done it. I've always had clients with me. I could never do that, you know.
I mean, it's just sort of like it's sort of like if you go to Hong Kong and you go across the mainland.
Yeah. Look,
There's
in Malaysia itself, is it worth going here in Singers? Look, Malaysia is very boring. If you're looking for pay-for-play fun, right? There's a lot of Vietnamese hookers that they don't really have like big districts like Nana or Soi Cowboy. It's more, if you're looking for pay-for-play, I wouldn't come to Malaysia, okay? Let me just say that. It's a very...
I think he's looking for just a regular day trip to explore the local attractions.
Look, the watches are fucking overpriced, okay? I mean, Petronas Towers is cool. Would I come here again, to be completely frank and honest with you? It's a nice city. The food, look, taxis are cheap, food is cheap, hotels are cheap, very conservative, no one easy to fuck. Normally I wouldn't come. It's a paid gig. You understand that? I came here to perform services and get a paycheck. Okay? So would I normally come? No way in the world I'd come here. And most stingy fuckers as well.
I would say don't go to Malaysia on a day trip. But I like, I think better than KL is Penang, which is a little bit further north up the peninsula. That's a great city if you like Malay food, or if you like Malay food, go there. Or if you like food in general.
And my punter, $2. What sort of work does Scotty do? Scotty himself there. Scotty does customer service. Scotty does customer service. I gotta be honest with you. KL itself, you've been to KL, haven't you, Jin?
I have, yes.
There's nothing really great here, really, is there?
Hello.
No.
Hey, Hisham, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Arch. How are you?
Hey, it's fucking early. It's early. I've woken up early to do this show.
You're
I'm gonna go and grab.
Early. It's 5:30 a.m. here.
Yeah, gotcha. Hey, I'll be back here. I've got to go and grab another coffee. I'll be back in one tick. Just hang on there, boys.
Hey, Jane.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Beginning of the weekend.
It's even earlier. It's even earlier for you than it is for Archie, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's
What time is
5:30,
it?
as I said. Yeah.
5:30. Fuck me dead. What are you doing awake?
I wake up at 5:30, man. Come on.
Is your marriage that bad? I'm joking. You don't have to answer that. No. So what are you wearing? Quick wristwatch check.
Sorry. I was just going to show you my clothes. I'm so sorry.
I assumed you were wearing clothes. Yes.
Yes.
I was hoping at least.
Yeah. When are you starting your new watch? Sorry. The wristwatch check is none at the moment, but I'll go and get the one which I was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And when are you starting Karachi luxury?
Luxury. Why don't you come to Karachi and film a show with us? I'm wearing the Explorer 1, by the way. So enough asking about the wristwatch check. I have literally one watch that I'm carrying with me right now. Everything else is in the bank, not in the same city as me. So
you're in Toronto, aren't you?
yes, I am.
You're back home.
Not really, sort of.
When you on the road again back? I mean.
It's sort of TBD at this point.
Okay.
Hopefully, the longer between trips, the better. I mean, I really, the last 6 months have been pretty exhausting. So
Yes. So I was just any questions, any super chats, anything? Did I miss anything?
It's been pretty fucking dull. I got to be honest with you there. If I would have known this, I would have slept in with Mrs. Wan.
hey, Hisham, have you ever been to Malaysia?
No, I haven't been to Malaysia. As a matter of fact, no.
Have you,
You're not
would you like to?
No, I made plans 2 years ago, but it didn't go through. So I mean, no, I haven't been to Malaysia. No, it's a great place.
It is. I'm not sure why. I kind of get why Archie doesn't like it. It's not my favorite place either, but you know, it's okay.
The pay
Why
for
would
play
you?
scene is
Why would you say that,
obnoxious.
Arch?
The pay for play scene is obnoxious. You know, they ask for money up front.
Or the pay for play scene. That's why it's obnoxious, big boy. You are the pay for play scene.
They ask for money up front. This is the I don't get it. Do you?
Look, as far as I know, the majority of the population over there are Muslim.
Yes.
And they follow. They don't follow the Sharia law, do they?
Two states do. Two states do.
Yes.
They have fucking morality police walking around. You know that?
They do. It's sort of like India, where they have Sharia for family law for Muslims.
Oh wow, okay.
But
But
I mean,
in India, we don't have the Sharia law. I mean, I'm talking about the Sharia law as in Saudi Arabia or something like that.
oh,
You know,
well, it's not as bad as that,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay.
Because Malaysia does have a significant minority populations, right?
here we go.
Yeah.
Best buys and discount $2 super chat from Car Fun. Best buys and discount at an AD for Rolex non-sports. You tell me, Jin.
I mean, it depends on steel or precious metal. If you're talking steel, non-sports, I mean, that's basically Datejust, OP. OP, you're not going to get that much because, I mean, you're really talking like bottom price anyway. So if you're really going to be stingy with those.
Go on.
Precious metal, I would be looking for at least like 20%. I would be looking, I think you can get 20% on precious metal. Datejust, 15, maybe 20, depending. Like
to be honest with you, it's hard to get in. A lot of them I'm hearing is 5% on anything that's non-sports. That's the maximum discount I'm hearing all over.
And I tell them to fuck off. And honestly, that may happen at some ADs. Like maybe they don't have that much competition in the area, or they're in the high rent part of town. Like you can't go to like some fancy boutique, like in a very prestigious location where the rent is obscene, and can't expect to be getting a discount there. But if you're in some, like a suburban sort of quiet place where they don't have like Chinese tourists coming in and buying up all the stock, I think those places you can, the dealers are going to be more willing to deal.
Sure. No, but I'm with Archie on this, and apparently they're not giving you any discounts. I just spoke to my AD again 2 days ago, and they are not giving any discounts, even in India, from not more than 6%, 6 or 5%. That's it.
Fuck.
Even on the precious metals.
I'd be telling them to fuck off.
Yeah, but I think they've changed their policy or something.
Was this recently?
Yes, this was recently. So that made me think I was pretty lucky on getting my Rolex Daytona then. Because the guy was pretty stupid to sell me that. I mean, that had a huge premium on it at that time.
Because, I mean, as little as, last time I was really in an 80 and talked about price was probably about 6 months ago-ish. And they were willing to deal as long as
I think the only ones you're going to get a discount above 6%, or maybe if you really haggle them, is on a maybe diamond studded, Datejust or something like that.
I mean, but nobody's gonna buy that shit. Like,
I don't mind the Datejust. I mean, if you do it, the Datejust is cool, but there is absolutely no investment potential on a Datejust, is there, Jin?
no. I mean, unless you buy a certain vintage reference that has some sort of like double sign dial or something like that, then no.
I got to tell you, Malaysia is not a great place for watches. Fucking expensive. No steel sports Rolex. It's pretty fucked.
I'm telling you, you have to come here. You have to come to India to get a steel sports Rolex because they're everywhere.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that if you could get, like, if you were getting, if there was just a Daytona just sitting there in the display case, I mean, fuck me dead. You can just go and
Exactly.
book a
That's
ticket.
what happened with me. I mean, the guy didn't even know that it's such a sought after piece, the Daytona, and I just asked him, "Is this for sale?" And he said, "Yes." Okay, then I'll have both of them.
I
I mean, it was
mean,
crazy. I mean,
the
imagine
price of a flight to India, like, let's say it's $2,000. That's
yeah,
probably
exactly.
even,
Okay, fine.
like, yeah, let's just say it's like, go there for $2,000, you buy the watch, come back, and you can make a $10,000 profit.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Well, that doesn't mean to say there's ceramic Daytonas in stock in all ADs.
Yes, the one I'm talking about is like really centrally located in Mumbai, with near the gateway of India and at the Taj Mahal Hotel. Really big, swanky 5-star hotel, and so there are many foreigners coming in and out. So it's a pretty good AD. I mean, probably the best AD in India.
Okay,
So they have a lot of stock of everything.
New York Punter.
No, I think you missed Kafan. $1.99 is the airport in Asia best place to buy from an AD.
I mean,
No.
there's a lot of airports in Asia. I mean,
I got to be honest with you, Asia is no longer cheap for watches. I think, guys, Australia, because the dollar is very soft to the US, I think Australia is a great place to buy, but there's no fucking stock.
Yes.
In Asia, I got to tell you, I think most of the prices are about 15% more than what we'd pay in Australia for a similar piece. There is no fucking bargains in Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangkok, Kuala fucking Lumpur. I wouldn't be buying Rolex in Asia. End of story. Because the mainland Chinese have bought fucking everything.
Okay,
they have bought everything.
We did miss one from Super Chat from before. New York Punter, $2. Is it wrong to buy a Rolex to pair with my 116234? So that's a current generation Datejust with steel and white gold fluted bezel. And I would say buy her a 36 millimeter Datejust in a different configuration, or an OP, and then.
So we say that again. Sorry, say that again. He's got a
what? He asked if it's wrong to buy his wife a Rolex.
To pair it up. He's got a what? What's he got?
36 mil Datejust. And I said, buy her a 36 mil Rolex, and then when she gets bored of it, you can just borrow it off her.
But some women like the smaller size. You know that?
No, Paul. I think these days, everyone is they're wearing pretty large watches these days. The women.
Archie, it's maybe not with the vintage women that you service through Blue Velvet, but women under 40 prefer larger watches.
Just hang on one tick there. I'll go and get the watch I'm lending Mrs. Wan at the moment. We can discuss this further.
Sure. Carfun $1.99. Have either of you been to South Korea? Yes, I have, and well, I have. I don't really have anything else to say. How about you?
No, I haven't been to South Korea. No.
You haven't? Have you traveled much within Asia?
Yeah,
all?
yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been to Singapore, the Philippines. Last year I went to the Philippines.
Hey guys,
And
this is the match pair for my Rolex.
oh yeah, you showed us this one.
Yeah, what do you think of that? That's what Mrs. Wan is wearing in the bedroom. What do you think of
How
that?
do you take it off while she was sleeping?
Sorry?
Does she not wear it when she's sleeping, or how do you
No,
take it off?
I make sure she takes it off because I don't want it to get scratched. This is a lens. She only wears it for the date, and then afterwards I get the fucking thing back. You understand, don't you?
She's paying you.
Yeah, but this is added service. It's a premium service. Okay?
So for the service, you give her a watch as well.
To wear, and then she gives it back.
Okay.
Look. There are services in America where you can have a service where you can actually rent watches. You know that? It's no different.
But that's for people who are missing a few, IQ points up there. I mean,
Or don't have any money.
you have to have rocks for brains to buy.
No, this watch here is actually 26 mil. Okay, this is a 79160. It's a Rolex Oyster Perpetual date. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it matches.
They like men's sized watches nowadays, Arch. I mean, they're not going to wear like a 44 mil. Although I have seen women wearing Panerais. I think it's a pretty terrible look, but they're free to do what they want.
Depends how big their balls are.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I don't think any of the bitches actually like this watch because I've been trying to sell it to them and they don't like it. They like fluted bezel like a Datejust.
Well, and they want to, the best-selling Rolex of all time is a Lady Datejust Jubilee bracelet, two-tone with a fluted bezel. That's the aesthetic we like.
The 31 mil, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. We got Radion 888. Wyeth has a 5-inch wrist. Can't wear anything but a 26. Exactly right. That's what they should be wearing. This is actually the sister watch to my Explorer 2. Can you see how that would happen or not really? You think about it. It's oyster case.
Yeah.
Oyster bracelet. Smooth bezel. It's got white dial with little Romans. This is the sister watch to my Polar Explorer 2. Yeah. Does that make sense? No holes case.
Also soft as dog shit.
Also soft as dog shit.
No, but the Polar isn't soft, is it?
Actually, I'll tell you something amazing that's happened. The Polar is actually selling for more. Late model 40 mils are selling for more than 42 mils now.
Well, because the 42 mil has a very divisive aesthetic, with that big fucking orange hand, the GMT.
Yes.
Not everybody.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this gig hasn't worked out too well. Mrs. Wayne is stingy, she's mean, and her breath stinks, and she's got some fungus on her feet. Okay, that's the honest truth.
Wait. Are you talking about yourself or?
Yeah,
sorry?
I'm a bit confused.
You're literally describing yourself.
Look, I want to say this to you. Would you ever buy a woman a watch, Jin? Have you bought any women a watch?
I mean, sure. Yeah, yes, I have.
What have you bought?
I bought my mom a Rolex.
What sort of Rolex did you get her?
A Datejust.
What size?
36 mil.
36 mil for your mum.
Yeah.
Two-tone?
No.
Steel.
Yeah. I would not, unless the only woman, like other than your other than your mother that you should buy a Rolex for is for a wife after years of good service. I mean, you don't fucking buy that shit for a fucking girlfriend. I mean, that's
just fucking stupidity.
That's so fucking cheesy. I mean, you have to be an idiot to buy that kind of shit for them. No, but I bought it for her because
She's your mum, for fuck's sake.
I wanted to congratulate her on a big achievement that she had, and yeah.
That's a beautiful present. Does she appreciate it?
She was very pleased.
Okay, and sorry to cut you guys in. NY Punter Super Chat, $2. Ving, explain to Archie that the dark side of the moon is schmicko.
Yes. I mean, the dark side of the moon, I was I wasn't so sure about it, but then, because, it's a pretty big watch. It's like 44.25 millimeters. It's all ceramic, got that, the textile strap with the ceramic buckle. And I was really not sure about it. The retail is insane, 12,000 US.
Yes. I think I saw that. What was the name of that channel? Where you just see the hands? Watchfinder.co. What is it? Watchfinders.co.uk.
Yeah, that's a great channel. That I must say, they make really good shit.
And they compared the dark side of the moon in one video to the Daytona.
Yes, they did. They did.
And I think they don't give out verdicts or anything, but I thought the dark side of the moon was pretty good with the material and everything. Yeah,
it feels really good on the wrist, and it looks really. Honestly, it doesn't wear as big as the size would suggest because it's on that.
Yes, it doesn't. No, yeah.
The strap is really very comfortable. It's very robust, and the watch is pretty light. Like it feels. I honestly felt it felt fantastic on the wrist.
Have you seen it in the flesh? I mean, have you?
I've seen it, worn it, and
okay. Is it legible?
Yes, it is. And like I tried on the regular dark side of the moon, not like the black on black one. Okay. That one I'm not sure about the legibility of, but the regular dark side, they have a few different kinds. It's not just like one or two.
Yes.
But the one that I tried on, I was very impressed.
$1.99 super chat, car fun. Thoughts about the Nikon 5600, and why didn't you get the smaller camera? That's simple reason. I tell you why. Because I got the D750. Okay, it was a gift. I didn't have much choice. I picked the most expensive camera they had in the store. See, when I'm on a paid gig and someone's buying me a present, you go for the most expensive thing in the store. Just like when you're in a Rolex dealer and Mrs. Lai says, "What would you like?" You go for the platinum Daytona. Okay, it may not be what you like, but it's the most expensive one in the store. So I go full frame. This is the D750, which is a really cool camera. It's got a adjustable screen on the back. See, it's adjustable. And they've made a number of improvements over the D600 that I've got. But to answer your question, why didn't I actually travel with two cameras. And my second camera I travel with is the smallest DSLR Nikon makes, which is actually a D3300. D3300. This is my little small. If I want to take a little light camera with me, I take this. If I'm shooting professionally, like on this tour here, I like to give beauty snaps to the ladies. We have some bit of a photography session as well included. I add on some services. So I will actually use the Nikon for the fantasy photography, it's called. Fantasy photography. So that's what I will do. But I actually take the smaller D3300 with me. So, I'm going to do a photo session with Mrs. Wan today. And you know, we like to do the beauty session. So I've got the speed lights. I've got everything ready. Everything is ready to fire. Does that make sense?
It does.
Although, why don't you?
Another super chat for $2. NY Punter says, "What's bigger, Clyde's ego or Fat Rico's gunt?"
Actually, Clyde is trying to be friendly with me. He did actually text me today, and I think his ego is bigger still, but okay.
Okay.
So why don't you get a Leica, Archie?
What?
You're all about why don't you get a Leica? You're all about status symbols and luxury and.
What's a Leica?
A Leica.
Leica.
A Leica.
Leica camera.
Yeah, why don't you get one?
Look, the reason is this, right? The Leica cameras aren't really that. They're a different type. Do you know anything about cameras?
Well, they're rangefinders.
Yeah, they're rangefinders. So they're not really good for macro work. They're more good for taking
It's all
scenic.
about the snobbery. What do you need a macro camera for? To film ladyboy anatomy or something? I mean, what do you need a...
Okay, guys, another $5 chat from John Gold.
Yeah.
Arch, would you trade your Rolex Polar 40mm along with a combo of skin tag Hoyer / Tudor / Pam / IWC for an updated Polar 42mm?
Well, I could do a straight swap with. I've been offered a straight swap. My 40mm for a 42. I've been offered a straight swap.
No, but he's saying, yeah, go on to Ben. Yeah.
He's asking if you would do a 2-for-1. So if you didn't do the straight swap, you wouldn't do the 2-for-1, right? Obviously.
Oh, I see what you mean. I like the 1 watch per brand rule. That seems to work for me. Oh, I got some money to get the party started. I got to go and get a wine, don't I?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
I think so. I go and get that. Be back in a minute.
Okay, and
yeah, I was just going. Sorry, guys. I mean, cricket is boring, but still, I have to talk about this. I was ill for most of the week. That's why I couldn't join you guys. I heard you guys talking about cricket. I saw the chat.
We were talking about cricket. I was talking about my favorite Indian captain. I said that.
You said Tiger Patodi is your favorite.
Which,
yes.
It probably came as a surprise to you, I think.
Yes, very much so. Yes, I know you're an off-spin bowler, but I mean, yes.
No, but those were the. Tiger Patodi was. I mean, he's a fucking prince, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he a princely state. Yeah, Patodi is a princely state in the state of Madhya Pradesh.
Right.
And he is. Yes, he is.
He's in Nawab, yeah.
He was actually. He died. Yeah.
His father actually was the elder Nawab of Patodi. He played Test matches for England.
Yes, actually. He did. Yes.
They both played for Oxford University as well.
Yes, they did.
Tiger
Patodi. I have to disagree on. Tan said that Sachin Tendulkar, the Indian, is the greatest batsman. You said Don Bradman. I agree to an extent. Don Bradman is better than Sachin because of back then the pitches weren't covered. They weren't so flat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As they are these days. So basically, Sachin played in a different era where they weren't as good bowlers as they were back then, right?
And Tendulkar got matches against a depleted West Indies, against Bangladesh.
Exactly. So I would say that if you take Don Bradman out of the equation because he's a little bit, older than the current generation, I would say Viv Richards is the best.
That's actually very. I would say Gary Sobers, Jacques Kallis, or
in the newer generation, Jacques Kallis would be one of my top 3 all-rounders.
Yeah. But he could make it into the team as a batsman alone. I mean, he was a pure
alone.
class.
Yes. He could play as a batsman alone, and as a bowler alone, and as a slip catcher alone.
Yes.
Cheers, fuckers.
Cheers.
Archie, I think we've about half the or 2/3 of the American audience thanks to
Archie,
this.
I think we're corrupting your channel by talking about cricket again.
Sorry.
Yes, I got to tell you, the Australians, that fucking ball tampering. At least the fucking Indians.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
At least the Indians know when to shut their fucking mouth. I don't see nothing. No, I don't see nothing. We know ball tamper.
Exactly.
The Aussies. Fucking lousy cunts. They started blaming each other. Oh, he did it. He told me to do it. I didn't do anything. Fuck me dead. What a bunch of girls.
And it's a very good point made by Phil Chamber here. I just forgot. King Viv never wore a helmet in his life. Can you believe that? Bowlers bowling at 90 miles an hour, like, for example, Dennis Lilly or Jeff Thompson and Imran Khan. I mean, they were the fast. They didn't have
Imran Khan, he's an amazing cricketer. I tell you, he's a Pakistani, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And he's been responsible for the previous leader being found guilty of corrupt conduct.
Yes. That was just yesterday.
Yeah, very, very. It's amazing how powerful the ball can be.
Yes. Look, but you got to give it to Imran in the sense, like, he's a politician now, but the 92 World Cup, which they won under him, he just oozes that sort of, he's got that persona wherein he's really confident about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Steve McQueen of cricket, isn't he?
He is. And he's a leader in every sense.
And he told his team to fight like cornered tigers, and they
did. And he wore a T-shirt of a tiger. And when Ian Chappell asked him, "Why are you wearing this?" Because he said, "I want my team to fight like cornered tigers in the semi-final against England."
That's an amazing story. Are you following the soccer? Any of you guys following the soccer?
Yeah, I was till no, I didn't follow it this week. Brazil's out.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Uruguay.
I think. No, I still think, and this was my prediction earlier on. I think Belgium's going to win.
Belgium is a very good team. I have a very hard time liking soccer because sorry fuckers, but soccer is just such a.
Okay, we're missing super chats again. Neil and Bob, $5 super chat. Speaking of guilty, when are you going back to court?
My legal counsel's going back on the 11th. I won't be there, but we expect the trial to start within the next month or two. Actually, we expect proceedings to start next 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
So I might be inside for Christmas.
And another $2 super chat by Nima. I'm sorry if I got that wrong.
No.
Nima, forgive me. Stop talking about cricket. Nobody gives a shit. Okay.
Well, that's why we're talking about it, because nobody gives a shit.
Exactly.
Did you guys give a shit? That implies that people gave a shit about about Blue Velvet. Or
was there any cricketers who wore famous Rolex watches? What do cricketers wear?
Cricketers, Jin. I don't know which watches they wear, but I know Sachin Tendulkar is a big Audemars Piguet fan.
He only
wears Audemars Piguet.
I think I saw some of the Indian cricketers' wives wearing the Royal Oaks.
Far out, Royal Oaks.
Yes.
I think Anushka was wearing Royal Oak.
My God.
You said
My
Anushka.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anushka. Wow, you're pretty into cricket, Jin. I mean, you know
Auntie,
everything.
auntie.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Obviously, I mean, yeah.
Cricket hasn't really gone well in Australia. It's really on
No,
the
it's
outer
gone
now.
down in the last two years, I would say. I mean,
It has something to do with the losers who are on the team.
no, for example, like as you said, Indians wouldn't, they wouldn't get a year's ban for what they did, right, with the ball
It
tampering
wasn't
in
that
South Africa.
serious.
It
They weren't
wasn't
even
that
that.
serious. No, no, no. The press were hounding them. Your press isn't good as well. You have to give it to that. I mean, that's partly the reason why
Mm,
they got a ban as well.
the press is ferocious in our country.
Exactly. So, I mean, and Steve Smith just owed up to it and said that, yes, I tampered the ball and you get a 1 year's. I think it's all up to Cricket Australia, isn't it? I mean, the
Yes,
governing
yes, yes,
body
yes, yes,
uh,
yes.
who gives
They're
out these
fucking
bans.
crazy. That's crazy, don't you think?
Yes, exactly. I mean, a
All they
1 year
did was
ban.
put some dirt on the ball. The tampering we're talking about, we're not talking about pulling the ball apart and changing
Yes,
it. He
exactly,
just
exactly.
rubbed it in the sand before he fucking bowled. What's the big fucking deal about that? Is that
Yeah.
tampering?
No, yeah, in a way it is tampering, but still, a
They're
year's
just
ban
taking it
is a
so
bit too
fucking
much.
serious. They're taking it so fucking serious.
And when he's
And
giving, yeah, and he's just crying in the interview and everything. I mean,
it's just fucking like it's just ridiculous. At least the Indians, they're gonna hand it to them. They know when to shut their fucking mouth and say nothing.
you know why? You know why, Paul? Because the Indians have a lot of leverage in the ICC as well,
I see.
in the International
Yes.
Cricket Council, because the Indians can change the schedule of any matches or series which is going on because an Indian is the chairman of the ICC.
I see. But I got to tell you too, India has also got a lot more support than Australia. Australians aren't very patriotic. We're fucking, you know.
No, no, Australians are patriotic, but you know,
Mm,
Indians are so many around the world that wherever you play them, it's like you're playing them at in their home ground.
mm.
That's much to the chagrin of other teams,
So
players.
tell me this, Jin, what are you buying next for yourself? What are you buying next for yourself, watch-wise?
Well, right now I just ran and grabbed some. Well, might as well. It's
Yeah.
Friday, right? Might as well
Yeah.
open up Lafroig.
Holy shit.
Oh, are we missing a super chat? Sorry. Anyway, yeah, John Gold, $2. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly.
Interesting perspective. Well, what am I thinking about buying next? I don't know. The thing is, I really don't know. I kind of went crazy at the beginning of the year, bought a whole bunch of shit, and now trying to control myself. And honestly, I don't really have anything that I'm really dying for right now. So we'll see. I'll just wait till something comes up. I don't really plan that.
You were dying for a JLC, a
No, I was.
geophysique.
Oh yes, a geophysique. I was interested. I wasn't dying for one. I was interested in.
Okay.
Just because deadbeat seconds, I think, is such a it's such an
It's
anti.
a great, yeah. It's good, yeah.
It's an anti-luxury complication.
It's got those yellow hands as well, right?
No, that's the geophysique 1958. That
Okay.
one, the sort of faux patina hands.
Yeah, but it's still under the geophysique range.
Right. The 1858. No, the 1958 is a limited edition. It's a higher end model than
Yes, it's more expensive as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the True Second is more of an entry level model in that range. Although the geophysique range is not entry level. It's like there's the master control and there's above that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking about the True Second.
Sure. So you all, I think we missed another by NY Punter. I'm sorry. Any luck on Tinder, Lady Arch? Any Taswegian Shelias? Shelias? What's
Sheila's,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Sheila's,
Look,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on a paid gig. I'm not allowed to play when I'm on a paid gig. So no, this is a paid gig. It's to be completely frank with you. I don't know if I'll be doing many more of these again. It's too hard on the body. They want too much from me. I'm just kind of getting the shits with it.
Archie, you like a good Lafroy, don't you? You're a big fan of
Lafroy is absolutely amazing. A Lafroy is.
Yeah.
There's a few Lafroigs. There's not just one Lafroy. Which one are you drinking?
Yeah, I missed that. It used to be a lot easier to buy the Lafroy 18, which was a lot smoother than the Lafroy 10. The Lafroy 10 is a great default Scotch, but the 18 was fantastic, and they don't sell it anymore. It wasn't. It's too bad because this, the Scotch shortage. I haven't been able to find a bottle in years.
Wow.
The quarter test is okay as well.
Okay,
but,
another $1.99 by Carfun. Any chance AC3 in Singers July 18 to 26? N Mist SC.
No. Not going anywhere near Singers, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And
another
Senior
by
Bell
SR Bell, yes, Senior Bell $67.99. Jane, go ahead.
Okay, Arch, would you give Clive a prostate exam for 150K? I think he'd do it for less than.
I'd do it for $1,000.
How about 500?
Done. When do we start?
$500. Do it. By the way, I've already had half a bottle of wine.
Okay, Paul, did you know that Tan and Jin are starting their own shop?
No,
yes,
I didn't.
Karachi
Luxury.
Oh, that's great. I'll just send over the AdSense account details. You can just put it in there if you don't mind.
Hisham, have you ever been to Karachi?
Yes, I have, many times.
You have? Have you been to Peshawar?
North, yes, I have. It's in the northwestern part of Pakistan.
Yes, Northwest Frontier Province, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Yes, I went in '94, so the situation wasn't as bad as it is right now.
But it's still a scary fucking place.
It is a scary fucking place. They sell Kalashnikovs like they're selling candies.
Yeah, I've been to Pakistan. I was wearing around shalwar kameez.
Yes,
but even then, everybody knows that I'm not fucking from there. It's not that safe, to be honest.
Karachi, I mean,
Karachi's
the affluent areas of Karachi are pretty safe because I have family there. Yes, Karachi is more like it's a good place. Yes, it's a good place. It's more like Mumbai if you want to compare it to India or something.
Okay. New York punter calling your friends at Dan Murphy's like American whiskey. Not sure what that means. And
Paul, what does it mean? NY punter calling your friends at Dan Murphy's like American whiskey?
Nothing wrong with American whiskey at all. What's wrong with American whiskey? Dan Murphy's, thank you so much. I love Dan Murphy's is my local bottle shop who you can order online instead of having to ship me things and worrying about customs and postage. You can go to danmurphys.com.au, order a drink, and just tell them that Paul Pluter will pick it up. And I got American whiskey is amazing. Amazing stuff.
I love a good drink. If you're ever in Kentucky, you should go on a tour of the Woodford Reserve Distillery. It's my favorite one. It's not my favorite whiskey. I think I would prefer Town Branch or Colonel E.H. Taylor or there's a few that are really good. But if you're ever go to Kentucky, do the Bourbon Trail, go to the bars, go to the UK bars in Lexington, Tin Roof. You'll have a good time. Go to homecoming football game. I mean, that's just heaven on earth. It's the greatest place in the world to be.
Cool. There we go.
$2 from Car Fund. Goyard versus Louis Vuitton. Which is better quality?
I got to tell you the truth there. I think without a doubt, Goyard is better quality. Okay.
Goyard is more exclusive too. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, they only got about 20 shops in the world. However, I reckon the Louis Vuitton, Goyard's famous for making trunks, and they have a lot of handbags they sell now. That's sort of their bread and butter. But I think the trunks, I think the Vuitton trunks actually, they look more better to me. They look more appealing. That's my opinion. I think I like them better. But Goyard is definitely, Goyard is kind of the Hermes of trunk makers, okay? But I got to tell you, Goyard stuff, I've never owned anything Goyard, super exclusive, very expensive. I sold a lot of, I was going to buy a Goyard, I was actually going to buy a few Goyard pieces when I was in my megalomania stage. That's the mania stage in the bipolar disorder. And yeah. I missed out. The customer was a cunt, and I couldn't screw him down further. So I got to be.
Paul, sorry, I'm cutting you in again. I'm really sorry. Have you been diagnosed?
No,
properly?
No. It's just it's reactional depression. Okay, it's not clinical.
No, have you been diagnosed bipolar?
No, I haven't. I'm not bipolar. I'm just crazy. Okay, it's I'm just crazy, insane, absolutely insane. You know, I mean,
but because as you said, there is a stage in the bipolar thing wherein mania just kicks in.
Mm. Yeah, no. If I did have the mania, I would have bought the Goyards.
Yes.
I had a girlfriend who actually was bipolar and fucked me dead. She was nuts. Really fucking
a couple of
nuts.
super chats.
Yes, but yeah. Dennis.
$10 from Dennis Dixon. $10.
Yes.
Comment. Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
New York Punter, $5. In search of a subtle white or gray dial watch for the office. Any ideas? Scotty's Ingenue, or perhaps
white or gray dial.
As a OP white dial. Honestly, I mean, the white dial OP is nice, but why not get, if gray dial is an option, why not get the rhodium? You know, the rhodium has that sunburst style.
Yes, the rhodium sunburst style. That's the 114300, is it?
Yes, that's for the 39 mil. Yeah.
Yes, the 39. Yeah, I think that's really good.
Yeah. Great bang for buck.
Yeah, great bang.
The white dials always seem to be a little bit difficult to move, don't they?
The white dial on those is a little bit, it's it's sort of a love or hate kind of thing. I don't think everyone's really gonna fall in love with the white dial on those, but I think anyone can appreciate the rhodium dial OP.
Yes. Actually, I don't know whether you guys seen that or not, but Bear Clooney did a video on the white one.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And yes, and it looked pretty good to me. I liked it.
Jaquet Droz, have you ever heard of this brand? How much they make their own movements. Shitter, I would say definitely not Shitter. Jaquet Droz is a very old brand, perhaps not. They're most famous, I think, for their pocket watch. No, they have watches with like birds and stuff that go out and sing and stuff. That's, I think, what they're most famous for. Not watches, I guess, timepieces. But they do have like the Grand Seconde, which is, I guess, the core piece of their collection right now. They're really, funky cases and dials. They have in-house movements, but the resale on those is soft. They're soft as dog shit. So if you buy them used, that's fine in my opinion. But be prepared to be the last owner of that watch.
Okay. And super chat. So what were we talking about?
Archie, do you have any thoughts?
Sorry?
Do you have any thoughts about Jaquet Droz?
Stay away from them.
Okay, what about Parmigiani copper?
Stay away again. That's just. I don't know.
I would rather buy a Jaquet Droz than a Parmigiani. That's just me.
I'd rather buy an FP Jean.
Well, I mean, I think we're talking about used or gray market prices where you can get them heavily discounted. But even at full retail, like Parmigiani Calpa or a Jaquet Droz Grand Seconde would be less than an FP Jean Chronomètre Bleu, which is like their entry level model.
Yes.
So we're talking a different price range here, really.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying there. I just find it, those boutique brands, you've got to be so careful. Look at Frank Muller. That was a boutique brand.
Yeah.
Yes. New York Punter, $2. Fuck me dead. Rhodium is nice. Perhaps they discount. Well, I wish you the best of luck in getting a discount from a dealer. I definitely suggest that you go out and try.
Yes, I think he would. He would on the because it's like it was launched in 2015, right? The Rhodium dial.
And go out on the used market. There's lots of Rhodium OPs that occasionally come up on the used market nowadays. I'm sure you can find one low 4,000s US. If you can get one box of papers at that price, jump on it. It's a great watch. It'll last you forever. And at that price, you don't really have to care about resale value or collectability.
We have Bruce on.
Doctor.
Hi, Bruce.
How are you, gentlemen?
We are fine, thank you.
How's our favorite fake doctor doing?
Wow. I could not hear a damn thing with these headphones.
That's probably a good thing.
But that's okay. You probably can't hear me either.
No,
we can hear you properly.
I'm going to try something else here.
No, we can hear you. Are you driving?
Well, he can't hear us, so. Okay,
I'm following
Vladimir,
you.
super chat.
I
love you,
neither.
Suckhorn. We love Suckhorn too.
Yeah, we love him, yeah.
Doing a very good job at moderating comments. And
don't mind Archie, but sometimes he does scare me though.
That's the point. Good thing.
No, I'm just being honest. Sorry, Suckerhorn, but sometimes you do.
Well, Suckerhorn, this is why I behave when he's in the live chats, because I know what would happen if I didn't. New York Punter, $2. Archie, you're very low energy. Take a shot, big boy.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, Arch. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
I think I need a shot myself.
I think I'm going to have another. I've had too much, but I hear that the punters prefer one. Anyway.
You're drinking a Lafroy, don't you?
Yes, I'm drinking a Lafroy. I already had half bottle of wine. That wasn't quite enough. So now
okay, Jin and Paul. Watch aficionado says Parmigiani are way better than Rolex and JLC in terms of movement quality.
I don't think anybody's really denying that, and it's just saying really collecting watches is not necessarily about the quality of the movement, right?
True.
It's about something. It's about what your personal tastes are. It's about there is some degree of like what is collectible. What other people's tastes are matters too, because that affects the collectability and the scarcity and like the ease of acquiring a watch that you want. So, I mean, it's just the quality of something doesn't really matter. There's a lot of things out there that are very well made that have been cast aside over the years that nobody cares about. So, you know, I would say that that's not the only thing.
I think I just read a comment. I can't see it right now. Paul, someone said that that woman
Yes.
is wearing you out. You look down or something like that. You look.
Yeah. No. It's part and parcel. They just demand so much. They're just stingy fucking Malaysian hags. You know, I've been trying to. I've almost pulled a pin, and yeah.
Okay.
When are you going back?
Probably Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
So, and $2.99. Would you guys buy a Grand Seiko?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would buy
Do you
one.
have a specific reference number that you're interested in?
I like the Peacock GMT. That's the one I love, but they're fucking expensive. You know the Peacock.
Yes,
they are limited edition. They're beautiful, but
Fucking crazy prices, man. That's what's keeping me away from Seiko. Is that Seiko? The problem with Seiko also is they're very hard to work out the model numbers and that. They're kind of very, very. They don't do any favors to themselves. Like they don't refer to the Peacock as a Peacock. They just fucking hard to fathom. You know. The other thing I love is the snowflake. I love a snowflake.
Yeah. Jin, I would go for a snowflake. You?
I've tried on the snowflake. I've actually borrowed a friend's snowflake for a couple of days, and to be honest, at that time, I kind of felt the 41 mil case was a little bit big for my taste.
But does it wear big? I mean,
no, it doesn't really wear big. I mean, now that I've been wearing my 976 Reverso more, I might sort of warm up to the size of the case, but you know, the titanium case, it doesn't feel like it doesn't look like titanium. You certainly feel the lightness of the titanium. I'm not sure I could ever really warm up to the titanium case just overall. It just doesn't feel
Is it really light? Is it light?
It's pretty light for its size, yes. But the finishing of the case, like the Zaratsu finishing, like on the edges and stuff, like the polishing.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely, it doesn't feel like titanium. Like it does not feel like a regular titanium watch. But still, I mean, the bracelet, I really struggle to like the bracelet. I know some people like Grand Seiko bracelets. Honestly, I thought it was pretty mediocre. If I got a Grand Seiko, it'd just be like an entry level, like SPGR 051. That's a pretty basic silver dial, automatic 37 mil watch. Spring drive kind of leaves me cold because, you know, to see that smooth sweep, like the perfectly smooth sweep, it feels kind of wrong.
Yeah, me too. That's what's stopping me from buying a Grand Seiko. I mean, it's too smooth. It's not supposed to be too smooth.
Right, and I actually almost prefer a low beat movement, like an 18,000 vibration per hour, 21.6. You know, where you can see the seconds hand sort of skip across the dial, like in a lazy sort of vintage look, especially on a chronograph. You get chronograph seconds going along at a lazy rate. I think that's the most aesthetically pleasing and the most sort of romantic.
I don't know the reference numbers, but the divers are very expensive as well, aren't they?
They're not cheap, yeah.
They're very expensive, yeah.
But again, we've kind of gone
I think
over this.
we missed a super chat.
Yeah, Doc, are you saying something?
I was just saying, for the price, you know, there's so many other things you could get into besides the Grand Seiko. That's the problem.
True. Again, opportunity cost.
Okay. $2 from New York Punter. How's the poontang in KL? Mrs. Lai isn't watching. By the way, New York Punter, I'm not sure if that's how you spell Mrs. Lai.
Mrs. Wan Mrs. Lai was amazing. Mrs. Wan is the fucking problem.
Well, I guess everything is relative.
I don't think I'll be making any more of these. The problem is it's just shit. It's just shit. She's just nasty. She's mean. She's not a very giving sort of person, if you know what I mean.
I thought she gave you a lot of shit. Literally.
Yes, last time. I saw the live stream. It
That's
wasn't
a
on
different
it.
punter, this one. This is a different punter. They're two different punters. Do you understand?
Wow. So you had one that
That was
gave you
Mrs. Lai. This is Mrs. Wan. This is Mrs. Wan.
No,
So
but
one
that's what the doctor's saying. I mean, Mrs. Wan did give you a lot of shit last time, like last week.
there
No, that was Mrs. Lai.
That was Miss Lai in Malaysia.
No, in Hong Kong.
No, there was one last week, or this week, I'm sorry, that involved an enema. You had off the air.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's just, I don't even want to go there. It's just a disaster. It's been a disaster, and I'd like to get home as soon as I can. But anyhow, we'll see how that works. She's taken my passport and won't give it back to me until I perform certain services.
Do they involve an enema?
I don't even want to go in what they involve, but it's been pretty tacky stuff there, guys.
Super chat from Watch Aficionado, $2. Parmigiani won the most Grand Prix de Luxury de Genève
Awards in
prizes.
2017. Yeah, they won two, I think.
Yeah, but who the fuck cares? I mean, this is just a panel of some fucking hoity-toity fucking journalists and shit from all these hipster magazines and shit like that. I mean, nobody fucking cares about these people. They're not real
Jin,
people.
are you calling Bill a hipster?
Bill is not a member of the panel.
Yeah, but Bill is a big Parmigiani fan.
No, I'm saying that judges for the jury for these. Well, I mean, Prince Charles is a fucking Parmigiani fan.
Yeah,
They
he
make
wore a
fantastic
Parmigiani
watches.
at the wedding recently, I think.
Yes, he did. I mean, they're fantastic watches. I'm not saying anything about Parmigiani against Parmigiani. I'm just saying that the awards don't really mean anything. Like for real people. I mean, these are just some hoity-toity motherfuckers getting around in a circle during some fucking stupid watches. It's just all about the snobbery and their elitism, and you know.
The Parmigiani's, the design makes you think. It makes me think that someone was a little intoxicated, just a little.
New York punter, $2. Does Archie eat the carpet or only the method actor? Archie, do you have carpet beetles in your stomach?
No. Some other Beatles are there.
Why? That's not what he was talking about with the super.
Yeah, I do partake. I do partake in the carpet. Eat carpet.
Yeah, I don't think he was talking about.
Stephen K. Cool guy.
Yeah.
$5. It involved handcuffs and the husband dressed as Batman hiding the cupboard. Come on, big boy, if you want your passport back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the husband was dressed as Batman, and AC3 was responsible for Robin. Robin Ms. Lai.
Okay, there's a good question. It's on a super chat by Jared Lee. How can people be so addicted to expensive luxury, Paul?
Oh, well, I mean, expensive luxury. This is good luxury. Watches are a great thing. At least you retain some value. If you buy
I think you have to try it to understand. If you haven't tried it, you say, "What's the big deal?" Try it.
But Archie, if you care about the value retention, is that really luxury? I would argue that it's not, because the whole point of luxury is that it is an expense. Like, it is something that.
But it's something you can savor. It's something you can savor.
Pure enjoyment. I mean, it's not luxury unless you just luxury is all about enjoyment, and yes, it is about snobbery too. But it's not about value retention. I don't think.
No. I think that's true. Look,
you think about value retention when you're talking about luxury, it means that you are, you know what I mean, Archie. Like you're trying to.
Yeah, no. You're right. You're right. You're 100% right there. I think luxury doesn't matter about the money. The smart investment is what you do is you live a very frugal life. You buy beans and rice, and you invest every cent, and there's more to life than just having beans and rice every day and being a frugal cunt. You've got to. Luxury right? is not giving a fuck. It's enjoying. It's just I think, look, I don't force anyone into luxury, but I always say if you pick, I think the ultimate luxury is by buying pieces that are just the things that people love. You buy secondhand, buy right, you can enjoy them virtually for free. For free. You buy the right pieces, enjoy them, you get to wear them for free, and that you get your money back. How cool is that? You couldn't go into a Porsche dealer and say, hey, lend me a Boxster for a year and then hope to get any money back. You would lose huge amounts. So buying the right luxury watch.
But you're not going to a Rolex dealer and buying stuff there. So it's not the same thing, exactly.
No, I'm going to Joe's car lot. Joe's discount sports and performance luxury vehicles. That's where I'm going, okay? We're going to discount Joe, okay? Have I got, I'm buying third or fourth hand, aren't I?
Yeah.
Look, I think luxury watches, I think the whole thing it doesn't make sense. None of this stuff. Do we need any of this shit? Do we need any of this shit? Do we really need?
Good question. Good question, yeah.
That's the point about luxury, is that you don't need it. That's the point. That's what celebrates, that's what makes life worth living, Archie, is that you don't need it, but you can have
how many watches do you fucking need? How many do you really need?
Well, that is a good question. And I think most people, other than collectors, most people who buy luxury watches only have one or two.
You reckon?
I mean, most Rolex owners probably own just one.
Neo $99 super chat. Hello, humanity.
And hello back. I'd say probably a dozen is the typical cutoff. When you see people who are spending on luxury watches, you see them with about a dozen of them.
A dozen? You're talking about collectors, maybe. I mean, like a dozen, even for a collection, is that's a pretty big collection.
I'm talking about people who may or may not know a huge amount about watches, but they've got a Rolex, they've got a Patek, they've got maybe an
AP.
Yeah, probably an AP. They don't know exactly necessarily, but they're grabbing a few. They might even have a Cartier tank in there, but they've got a few different watches, and then maybe it's a total of about a dozen.
True.
Wow.
But those, I know some people like that. They're not necessarily collectors. They just have watches that are expensive.
Yes.
And sometimes they have expensive watches that are, in my opinion, not collectible. So.
Well, most watches are not collectible. Just like most cars are not collectible.
Well,
there's very few that end up really becoming collectible.
I think people who are careful about it, they make sure to get things that are collectible. And but
we're talking to a guy with two E-type Jags here.
Who has two E-types?
You had an E-type Jag?
No, the Doc. His two Daytonas are like two E-type Jags, ultra collectible.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Pure luck that happened. That happened to be what I fell in love with. Pure luck. I could have.
Doc, what happened to you? You were going to get a white gold 116519, was it?
Yeah, I think so. But why would you? Why would you get a white gold modern Daytona when you have a fucking 6239? And once you have a 6239, how much further up is there to go? I mean, you're talking like 6263. You know, you don't even like the Oyster Daytonas.
I
compared
personally
to
just Zenith movement second generation Daytona. I don't know. Aesthetically, I like the look.
You don't like the Oyster Daytonas, like the 6263s?
Oh no, I have one. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to let go of it. No, I love it. It's just that sometimes I'd like to wear one of the second generation Daytonas. I like the look of I like the dial on the Zenith Daytona over the current modern Daytona. I like the elongated markers. I don't like the way they stunted markers on the latest current Daytonas. So I like the elongated markers, but I like the look of the new watch, and I actually sometimes I like the crown guards on the newer Daytona. So I'm guilty of wanting more than just two watches. Guilty as charged. So sometimes I wouldn't mind wearing a second generation Daytona if I had one. I'd want it in stainless, but it doesn't make any sense. White gold for cheaper. And the look is very similar, so that's why I'd go with that.
Okay.
It's purely aesthetics well, it's not purely aesthetics. The baseline, initial starting point is aesthetics. If I don't like the watch aesthetically, it doesn't matter how valuable it is. It's not going to help me.
True. So are you still looking out for one then?
I am. I'm looking at one in Japan, actually.
Okay.
Apologize for all the road noise.
No, it's all fine. We can hear you properly.
So, nobody asked for a wristwatch check, but I'm wearing a 16803 today. Two-tone, without nipples today. The nipples are at home.
Okay.
This is one I got before I got my hands on the nipple, and I haven't gotten around to selling it, so I'm wearing it a little before I sell it. Oyster bracelet. I must admit, the Oyster bracelet does have its charm over the.
Hey guys, I've just been given wind up notice from Mrs. Wan. If you want to stay on, you can stay on, or I'll come back. I just got to go for the free all-you-can-eat breakfast.
How long are you going to be gone for?
Are you going to try to
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Are you trying to do a show?
How long have we been going for? Like an hour and a half-ish?
Yeah, an hour and a half. Almost 2 hours.
We'll keep it going for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. If it goes longer than 20 minutes, we'll go off, okay?
That's okay. That's very cool. Okay.
Are you doing a show tomorrow?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, I apologize. I wasn't able to join in.
Stephen K, $2. Dr. BBW, what's your medic opinion of gin smoking? And I'm smoking Camel Crush, so it must be good for your health, right? If you don't smoke menthols.
I've said many times that you'd be better off getting into the electronic cigarettes because they've been documented with a single carcinogen in them, whereas standard cigarettes have at least 50 carcinogens, right? And then it's unclear what the interactions are between each of them.
Yeah, but it's all. But it's you can't replace the sensation of smoke filling your throat. I mean, it's just the sensation of smoking. The warmth.
I'm going to say there are other warm things that can go into your throat.
Well, I'm not ready to go to Brisbane City Jail just yet, but I will keep that in mind for the future. I will.
But seriously, the e-cig would be a way to go, in my opinion. And just all you have to do is just take twice as much as recommended of the nicotine.
You know, Jin, you are gonna invite me on Karachi Luxury, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Karachi Luxury, that's the channel?
Yeah, Tan and Jin are starting.
They're starting new channel, Karachi Luxury. I heard about that rumor. I'm glad
Yes.
it's confirmed.
No, it's not rumor. It's not rumor. Is it, Jin?
No, it's chalo, Hisham, chalo.
You are just full of surprises, honestly. Chalo, yes.
And yes, I only do smoke when I drink. That's true.
But
I drink almost every day.
Karachi
So.
Luxury, right?
Karachi Luxury, yes.
He knows.
Really
about
looking forward to that.
it. He approves of it.
Neo $2. All the cool kids breathe fire.
Well, you know, that's true, but now the cool thing is to have different flavors in your e-cig. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just, I mean, that's not even real smoking. If you're gonna go ruin your life, you might as well go and do the real thing. Take a couple years off your life.
I'm just telling you what is the best thing for your health.
Well, I know what the best thing for my health is, Doc. If I knew what the best thing for my health was, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't have had, I wouldn't be drinking right now. But
Don't worry, I make the same statement when I see a gentleman and he's getting married. I always say, I'm just trying to tell you what's the best thing for your health.
I mean, don't get married.
But, exactly. But they rarely listen to me.
Another $2 super chat by NY Punter. Go on, Jin.
Oh, Grail watch is a Breguet 7137. Sorry, I lost the super chat there.
20K pre-owned.
Oh, fuck me dead.
I got it, man.
That's a little bit.
With the Breguet, I like the Type 20, and then the others are a little.
I mean, do you know what the 7137 is, though, Doc? That's the one with the. That's the one with the power reserve, the moon phase, and the pointer date. It's got the Breguet dial with the Romans, with the secret Breguet signature, the not so secret Breguet signature.
Couldn't you accuse it of being a little busy? Am I thinking of the right watch?
It's not really too busy. Not in my opinion, I don't think.
Let's step back. Could you accuse it of being busy? The dial. It's not like a Patek in terms of just a simple elegant dial. It's a little more busy, right? Am I thinking of the watch?
Well, there are Pateks with busier dials as well.
Yeah, that's true. They're all You can even find that's true. You can go to all the watches and get a busy dial. You can always
Breguets are expensive, especially at retail. I think if you buy a Breguet Classique, any of the Classiques, I think that they are fantastic watches. I mean, nothing says class more than a Breguet. With the Breguet Guilloche, nobody does Guilloche better than Breguet in my opinion. And with the Breguet secret signature, and I think that they're just Breguets are like the classiest watch that you can get.
Well, interesting. I mean, your Universal Genève Medico as an example, right?
Yeah.
It is busy when you get close to it, but at a distance, it's extremely simple.
Yeah.
That's what I like. When you approach the watch looking for the fine detail, and then you see the intricacy, and then you see all of this action going on. That's what I like. I don't like it when it just beats you over the head. Like the first thing you see is all the stuff going on. I don't like that. So I guess that's what I mean.
Stephen K. Super Chat, $2. Doc, what's worse, smoking cigs or smoking lady boys? That's a very good question.
I gotta say, there's not
question that we need to answer for the channel, actually.
There's not much that's more unhealthy than smoking cigs, but you said what's worse. not what's healthier or what's the unhealthiest. So I'm not sure what's worse. The Ladyboy's healthier.
You heard it here first. Ladyboy
sure I go there.
cigarettes.
Ladyboy is healthier than a cigarette. May not be the most desirable, but healthier.
Okay, Thai Airways flight to Bangers ASAP and get your fill of Ladyboys. Have you been to the actually, Hisham, have you been to the Thai Airways the Royal Orchid first class lounge in the spa there at the Bangkok airport?
I've never been to Bangkok.
So if you fly Thai Airways first class out of Bangkok, you get to go to the first class lounge, obviously.
Okay.
You drive like a golf cart into the lounge, but you also get to go to the Royal Orchid Spa, which is really fantastic. Like you get to get a full spa treatment, like a full massage for like an hour, a legit massage.
Yeah.
This is fucking what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So fuckers, if you want to get something
With an
else,
ending?
you got to go into the fucking city to get that shit. We're talking like a legit, proper massage. And you come out of the spa feeling fantastic, and then you go to you go to the they'll give you like a survey card and like some tea when you go outside, and they'll take you to the first class lounge. They'll give you get like a private little area where they'll bring you food, and they have like a server who will come and take your order, and it's fantastic. I mean, the service, Thai Airways, as far as the seats go, it's not the best, but the service at Bangkok Airport is fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone. If you ever get a chance to fly Thai Airways first out of Bangkok, do it. And they have Krug champagne first class. Can't go wrong with that.
I missed some of the discussion, but what kind of service are you talking about?
No, we're talking legit service. We're talking legit. This is first class we're talking about, Doc. It's not for some fucking cheap bogan from Brisbane who's coming in for a cheap rub and tug. We're talking, people who are paying.
By the way, Stephen K says he has been to the first class lounge and everything, and he says it's good, really good.
I think it's fantastic. The only other place I would say is better is I haven't flown the Gulf Airlines because it's for my own reasons, but I would say the first class terminal at the Lufthansa first class terminal at Frankfurt is even better. They bring you into the private terminal. They take care of the check-in process. The staff will take care of the check-in. You have the cigar lounge there where you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes. You're only allowed to smoke cigars, and then they'll drive you to the.
A little off topic. I have to sign off soon, so I just want to say that there is something spectacular about joining the Mile High Club.
Have you done it, Doc?
You don't need to overdo it, just once in your life. You guys are young, so you have plenty of time.
Well, if you need a pilot to take you up, I'm sure you can afford me. I'm sure you can take me to fly. I'll take you up.
What was that? These earphones are giving me a problem. Just hold on.
Doc was saying he wanted to join.
My only experience is on a commercial airliner, but there was nobody on, and it was before they started kicking you off for such things.
This was back in what, the 1940s, Doc?
Yeah,
when you were in high school.
It was in the 1990s. Yes, it was sometime.
$2. Doc, it doesn't count if you do it to yourself.
Oh no, there's a different name.
That was a good one, Stephen K. Actually, that was.
That's called a mile high. That's called a mile high flop. If you just do it yourself, that's a mile high flop. Nothing wrong with that either.
But actually, if the punters have a chance to go and fly out of the first class, fly Lufthansa first class out of Frankfurt, first class terminal. That is fucking where it is right there. I mean, it's an experience beyond any other. They'll drive you to your plane in an S class or a Panamera, a Blue Label open bar. I mean, not that Blue Label is the best, but when they have it at the open bar, whatever. And they have. I mean, how fucking snobbish is that? They have a cigar bar. They have a cigar lounge where you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes.
Ultimate. And by the way, cigars are healthier than cigarettes. No,
cigars are like smoking an entire pack of cigarettes.
No. The cigar does not have. See, cigarettes have introduced into them numerous carcinogens that are not part of the tobacco plant. But cigars.
Well, not all cigarettes. Not all cigarettes, Doc. Like Nat Sherman's, they don't have any additives added. It depends on the kind that you smoke. If you smoke Marlboros, those are fucking death. But or Lucky Strikes for that matter, which I used to love when I was an agent. But if you smoke like Nat Sherman's or whatever, they don't have any additives added. I mean, it's good for you because burning tobacco, obviously is bad for your health.
Yeah. Obviously, tar is good for your lungs. Obviously. So, well, in that case, I would say that the cigar is as good or as healthy as the healthiest of cigarettes. But most cigarettes have additives introduced that mean that the body is exposed to more carcinogens. So most of the time, the cigar is safer.
When you're smoking a cigar, you're smoking it for like an hour. You might not inhale, but you're still, it's still getting all inside your mouth and the back of your throat and stuff. It's not, and a little bit's getting into your lungs. And if you're smoking that for an hour, it's not exactly
from a health.
It's a lot.
From a health aspect, I'd stick with 420. If you just need to have something burning in your mouth. In fact, studies show that it actually improves your lung function, which makes no sense, except they believe it reduces the inflammatory response.
Okay, you heard it here first from the fake doctor. Cigars are good for you.
Right. You guys go out there and do your own research.
And we also didn't go to the moon. So,
gentlemen,
just saying.
I will join you tomorrow if there is a show tomorrow.
I'm sure there will.
Are you off? Are you?
I did.
Are you
I am off, and
okay.
I'm also. Yes, I am off, and I'm also leaving. But I will join you tomorrow.
Okay, sure, Doc. Take care.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Take it easy.
Yes. So we'll if we needed any more evidence that Dr. BBW was not a real doctor, we got it today. Apparently. I would like to know which medical school he graduated from, because a doctor who's saying that cigars are safe or less toxic than one cigarette.
I think he said cigars are less dangerous than cigarettes.
One cigar versus one cigarette. One cigarette takes 5 minutes to smoke. One cigar takes an hour to smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think it's kind of obvious which one is more dangerous, more harmful.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, there's nothing wrong with smoking a cigar now. Of course.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I smoke Philip Morris. I don't know how that is. Really.
Philip Morris is a company, did he?
Yeah.
What kind? Like Marlboros or?
No, you get the Philip Morris cigarettes as well.
Do they have such brand as Philip Morris?
Yes, they do. Okay, Robin C says this is the worst live stream ever.
I agree, and that's why I've been drinking, because that's the only way I can handle it,
Yeah.
But yes, I'm smoking Camel Crush because why the fuck not? I know it's fucking shit for you, but you gotta have that. You gotta be able to squeeze it and have the fun with the menthol at the end.
Let's talk about cricket, and everyone will just run away.
So who do you think is the? So I think the best Indian batsman of all time, Sachin, doesn't even make the top 3 for me.
No, because he's not a match winner.
No, exactly. What I think number 1 is Sunil Gavaskar for Test match, not for ODI.
Yes, because he faced one of the best West Indian bowlers ever. Yes.
Absolutely. He stood up to them. He averaged 50 as an opener.
Yeah.
And I think I was going to have an all-time cricket 11 with an opening batsman. I think one of my 2 opening batsmen would be Sunil Gavaskar. The other one, I'm not sure. Probably Jack Hobbs or Matthew Hayden. Matthew Hayden would be very fun to have.
Yeah.
Viru would actually be very fun to have in the team. But
I think I would have Aaron Gilchrist, to be honest, as the other opener.
in Test matches.
Oh, Test matches. Okay. Test matches. Then I would go Matty Hayden. Yes, Hayden is good.
Hayden was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And as far as middle order Indian batsmen go, I would say Gandappa Vishwanath, I think, is better. Sachin.
Yes.
Even Vinod Kambli was more talented than Sachin. They were childhood friends.
Yes, and they still have that record of the that partnership record. I think when they were
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think as far as cricketers from his generation goes, I think Dravid is very underrated relative to
Dravid
Sachin.
has to be there. You're forgetting Ricky Ponting, because there was a poll on ESPN Cricket Info, and from 2000 to 2010, he was voted as the best batsman for 20 overs.
Well, the great thing about Ricky Ponting is he's a great fielder too. Captain.
Yes, excellent fielder.
I would say, as far as Indian batsman goes, though, VVS.
Yes.
VVS was a very interesting cricketer. He has that South Indian style. He's very erudite.
Very wristy, like
Yes.
very wristy. Yes.
And he had the greatest innings of the 21st century when he scored the 281 at Eden Gardens.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, at Eden Garden. And to play in front of an Eden Gardens crowd is not easy.
Not easy. Yes.
Because the Eden Gardens crowd is very when they're for you, they're for you, but when they're against you, they're really against you.
Yeah.
And India was following on, and this was against the greatest Australian team of probably all time, better than Bradman's team.
Yes.
Because you think about the kinds of players that they had on their team. They had McGrath, Gillespie,
and in that Test match, I think they were trailing by so many runs, and they just had one innings left.
They followed on. Yes, they were following.
Exactly, yes.
They were more than 200 runs behind when they started their second season. And VVS turned it around.
Dravid and VVS.
Yes, they had a fantastic, the best partnership in the last 25 years. And I
agree, yes.
They won. And it says about the character of those players and the temperament. And I don't think
Don't you think that Indians are just good at home? I mean, that was, on their, turning pitches and stuff.
That was the case. I think nowadays it has changed a little bit.
It has changed, yes.
And I think that under Ganguly, they were under Dada. They played pretty well away from home.
Yeah.
They won the series in England.
Yeah.
And that's is the standard to which all subcontinent teams, whether it's India or Pakistan, whether their teams are judged at home based on their tours of England, right? Because the Pakistan team,
tours of England or South Africa or Australia, where the pitches are more bouncier, and
but I mean, really, it ends up really being the tours of England because the Test series,
because of the swinging ball and stuff.
4 or 5 match series. They play at Lord's, they play at the Oval, they play at Trent Bridge, at Headingley. They played all of the iconic grounds. I mean, the MCG is an iconic ground too, but to play at England at the home of cricket and to be able to pull off victories, I think that and to make it to the honors board, every cricketer, no matter which country they're from, their lifelong ambition is to make the honors board at Lord's, and when they won, I mean, that series under Ganguly, I mean, that was the pinnacle, really. I mean, you think of the Pakistan team of 2016 when they won that match at Lord's. Misbah played his test at Lord's, got 100, and then Yunus Khan got his 200 at the Oval.
Yes.
I mean, this was the pinnacle of achievement for them. They couldn't win the series, but back home they became heroes because of that series.
True, I agree. Yes.
And, the crazy thing is that Misbah he's one of the finest captains, the finest leaders in the last.
He is, but he's too old to be playing. Honestly.
Well, he's gone now. I mean,
he's gone. Yeah, he's gone now. Yeah.
And now Pakistan, they don't really have it. I mean, they have a couple of decent players now. They won the Champions Trophy last year, which was a miracle. To be honest.
Yes. Are you following the series against England, which India is playing recently?
Yes, I will be mostly watching the Test series. To be honest,
So you're a purist then. You just watch Test matches.
I only really care about Test cricket, and I have to admit I like the IPL. I like the tamasha of the IPL. And I do love the IPL. It's a spectacle.
Honestly, I don't like the IPL. It's just a tamasha, as you said, more than anything else.
But is there anything wrong with tamasha? I mean, India is a vibrant. It's an ancient country, but it's also a very young political construct.
Yeah.
India as a state today is a very young political construct. The idea of a unified India is very.
But the problem is that everyone, because they're paying some big bucks in the IPL, in the auctions, that people don't want to get into test cricket.
Yes, that's unfortunate because they do have some. They have some very classy test cricket players, like
yes.
Who's that one guy? He plays at Yorkshire right now. He's a test specialist for India. Pujara. Pujara is a fantastic.
Yes.
He's a fantastic test batsman.
Yes.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar is one of the best test bowlers in the world right now. He's a swing bowler. He's very dangerous.
He's basically medium to fast swing bowler. Yes.
Yeah. And they have a very exciting team actually. And Virat Kohli, whatever you say about him, one thing that I do respect about him is that he has a very fiery temperament, and he's always looking to win.
Look, I don't like his temperament. I think he comes around as cocky, very arrogant, and very aggressive on the field, but he backs it up with the bat.
Yes, and you know what the thing is, that he is like an Australian wearing Indian clothes.
Yes, colors, yes.
Wearing Indian uniform, because and you know what, I don't think that's too bad, because Australians from the last decade, they were the most competitive, the best team in the world.
Yes.
They were cocky. And
but
you know what, there's
and as you said, Australians are known for sledging.
Yeah, that's kind of true, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of sledging.
Yeah, a little.
366 super chat, $2. Jin, what's your top 5 Rolex models for $8? $8.
8,000. I think he needs 8,000.
Okay. Well,
Okay, Jin, go on.
$8,000. It's kind of tough. I mean, I would say you can get a date 8 for 8,000. Just sort of barely. You can get an 1803 for 8,000.
Yep.
I would say that's a great watch for 8,000 ish. If you want something else, I mean, there's not too much you can really do interesting in that price range. Maybe you know what I'm gonna say is the black ceramic GMT. Get one secondhand. You can get one for 8,000, no problem. And that's a really great watch. And honestly, it looks great. I think
now with I think now with so many GMTs coming out, when you go back, I think the when was it launched in 2007? Was it the GMT black on black ceramic?
I'm not sure the exact year. It was
but with the green 24-hour hand, it looks more classic than the other ones now.
It's a great looking watch. It's a fantastic watch, and I think with ceramic bezels, no color looks better than just black. The blue,
I agree.
Pretty good. I say the Batman. I wasn't really a fan of it before, but it's really warm. I've really grown to like the Batman.
Yes.
But the black on black GMT, it's so unloved. But there's no reason to not like it. It's a great watch.
I agree.
It's a great movie. It's a good looking watch.
Yeah.
Ceramic bezel.
Yeah. It's got the 3186 movement, right?
Yes.
Yes. So those are the 2 ones, and what are the other 3?
I mean, fuck me dead. It's hard. I would say, I mean, 8,000 can't buy you a 1016. It can buy you an Explorer 1. I would say any Explorer 1.
Yes.
Has to be on
excellent. Yes.
the list. And I would honestly say the Datejust. I mean, the Datejust. Any date.
The steel with the white gold bezel or the two-tone?
White gold bezel is my personal favorite. I mean, I do have one, so I'm kind of biased towards it. But I think
I'd have to say too, Jin, the thing is too, I've actually had a few Datejust. I've had steel bezel and I've had white gold bezel, and I don't get it. I don't understand, but I think the white gold bezel just feels so beautiful on the watch. Just feels complete. Whereas when I've had steel, I've had smooth steel, I've had engine turn steel. It just doesn't have the same class.
Well, you know, the white gold bezel, they really have, they really shine. I mean, they're really beautiful. And the engine turn bezels I actually kind of like because you know they have that vintagey look. Yeah. The smooth bezel on the Datejust, I think it's okay. I actually like them, but you know, it depends on the reference. Like if it's a two-tone, I think the smooth bezel with the two-tone is kind of, it doesn't really do anything for me.
No, it doesn't.
It's less than nothing for me.
Less than nothing.
But yeah, I think the white gold fluted bezel is.
I think I'm biased just like you because I have a double 16234. And it is a really good watch. Yeah,
it's a fantastic watch, and I would say for the fifth Rolex under $8,000, it has to be a modern Milgauss, green crystal, Z blue dial.
Yeah, Z blue dial. Yes. With the bold second hand. Yes.
With that,
the good news is, guys, I might be going home tomorrow. I finally get my passport back, and I might be going home. Okay.
What did you do in there?
Look, it was just shit. I couldn't say anything before, but it's been absolute slavery. It's been absolute horrors. I just spend all day in bed, all day. Oh my God, this woman has a fucking insatiable appetite. And I don't know what.
There and said, "Give me my passport. I'm going back home."
Well, I can't do that because she's also holding my return ticket. So. Look, it's okay. It's ending tomorrow. I'm out of here. So I got to tell you the crew. Malaysia's been pretty nice. I've liked it, but it's kind of yeah, the pay for play scene isn't much chop. It's sorry about taking a bit longer at breakfast this morning. Mohammed bin Al Sayah was in front of me, and he was there with his 7 wives at the omelette stand. I had to wait until his 7th wife got the omelette she wanted. Mind you, I don't know how they eat these things with those full burqas on. I don't know. They shove them in. I don't know how they eat. I don't understand it. But anyhow, yeah, that's the way it goes there. But I got to tell you the truth there. My collection-wise, I tell you the truth, I'm lusting after a Zenith. Tell me what you think. Yes, no. Yes, no. Should I do it or shouldn't I do it? Tell me this.
What Zenith?
You know, the open heart.
No.
It's cheap.
No. Still no.
The 38?
No.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Well, that's my opinion. I mean, you might think it differently, but
No, that's okay. Jin, where were you? You just disappeared on us. I was just saying to Hisham there that I'm sorry for coming a bit late there, but Mohammed was there in front of me at the omelette stand with his 7 wives.
No comment.
So anyhow, it's all okay. I just asked our friend there, should I get the Zenith, yes or no? What's your opinion, yes or no on the Zenith, the open heart 42 mil?
No.
I said no. I said no.
It's
Okay.
fucking dog shit. I mean, it's soft as shit. I mean, you know what? I can appreciate an El Primero. But as I said before, I think Zenith is a little bit, well, I mean, it's actually a lot overrated by collectors. The idea, I mean, the El Primero is a nice movement, but the idea that, you know, it's kind of debatable whether it was really the first automatic chronograph movement, and that's really the only thing that it has going for it. And
so you're saying if it wasn't them, it was Hoya?
Well, Hoya for Swiss or Seiko, if you're talking just in general, like globally.
Phil Chamber, sorry, Jin. Phil Chamber here says, if it's cheap enough, why not? Why not? You won't lose much money.
Yes, but you need money first.
Yep.
Buying that.
I get it on credit. Don't worry about it.
Then don't get it. Don't get it.
Don't get it. No, I would say, you know, I've been thinking about getting an El Primero myself, and but I wouldn't get the fucking open heart one. They're soft as shit.
Yeah, the open heart one, yes. If you want to get an El Primero, fine, but not the open heart one, yes.
Get the 38 mil tricolor in the gray dial or the silver
gray
dial. The gray dial, I think, it's absolutely beautiful. Get that one on the bracelet, or actually on the strap as well. They're both good. Yeah. I think the Zenith straps are really nice. They have that sort of rubberized inside. Get that, and you know, you don't have to pay too much more than you would for that open heart. But if you have that, the definitive El Primero, I mean, that's one of the best. That helps.
The subdials is blue, white, and gray, I think.
Yes, and you have the tricolor dial, the subdials, and that is reminiscent of the original El Primeros. And you know, the great thing is that the original El Primeros, they mostly came in did not come in round cases. They came in like sort of Genta style, like tonneau style cases.
Yeah.
And so to find an original, like a vintage El Primero from the original sort of few years run in a round case is very rare. So your only real choice, if you want that aesthetic, which is a great aesthetic, is to buy one of the modern ones. And if you can get that for about $4,000 less, I think it's a great price to pay for a good-looking watch with some horological significance that collectors love. I mean, it's not going to be a piece that's really going to go up in value, but you can, if you get bored of it or if you need cash, can get rid of that watch pretty easily.
Gotcha. That sounds like great advice. Tell me this, are you lusting after anything in yourself? What horological trollops are you lusting after?
Well, for me, I my two favorite brands, Vacheron and Breguet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really do love, as I have not made any secret of my love for the Patek 3919, which I did own at one point before, and I love very much. But I think I would love to get I'm seriously thinking about getting a Breguet, either a Classique or a Marine. Honestly, the Type 20, the aesthetic of the Type 20 I prefer over the Marine, but I just want something. It's all about the fucking snobbery, Archie. I need a Marine. I can't be walking around with a fucking Breguet Type 20. I have to be
I must admit, the Type 20 is when someone gets a Breguet, they're always getting a Type 20, aren't they?
I don't want to walk into some, go and meet someone with some fucking who's wearing a Breguet Classique and be wearing a Type 20. I want to be wearing at least a Marine.
Yes, the Marine is actually a fantastic watch. I really love it. I think they're beautiful.
The Marine is like the C class. The Type 20 is like a B class or an A.
It's a CLA. It's a CLA.
It's even lower than CLA. It's like an A class. I mean,
there's not much difference between A class and a CLA. A CLA is just a stretched out version of the A class.
Yeah, and the price is very similar. I actually can't comment any further because of business commitments towards.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wood New Yorker $2 was at the Honolulu Hawaii Rolex store. Just DJs. That basically a lot of Rolex dealers.
Now, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this story up here. We're going to wrap it. I'll be coming on tomorrow, so if you guys are interested, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want to keep chatting, you can stay on. I'll just leave it on. I just got to go and clean a bedspread that's got some rather nasty stains on it. Okay.
How long are you going to be?
I don't know. We'll stay on. We'll stay on a bit longer. That's okay. It's up to you. Whatever you guys.
2.5 hours. I think.
How long?
The tracks are gone. I think the punters are satisfied with the length of the stream. So I think we'll end it. It's 10 o'clock. I'm ready to.
And thank you, Hashim, for coming on, man. You added a great. It was great chatting about the cricket. I realized why I hate sports after all. After listening to you guys there, I realized why I was the fat kid.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Cricket is the most beautiful game in the world. It is the only game, the only sport that really tests a person as an individual.
It tests you mentally as well at the same time.
It tests your temperament. It tests your judgment. It tests you as a person.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty about cricket.
True.
Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up, and I'll be back on tomorrow. So if you want to come on, you guys are welcome to come on there. And guys, thank you in the audience for the super chat donations. And I'll be making a bid. I'm going to get my passport back hopefully today, and I'll be getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and
thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends.
Your fuckhead circle jerking friends.
Yes.
See you later, guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Take care.